The large house stood on a quiet hill far from the city noise, and it looked strong from outside, but inside it felt cold and empty. People in the town believed the Hale family lived a perfect life because of money and power, but no one knew how lonely that house truly was. The owner of the house was a rich businessman named Mr. Hale, who built his success through long hours and strict control. He believed money could solve every problem, and feelings only made people weak. His life was full of meetings, phone calls, and plans, but his home was missing warmth. Mr. Hale had 2 sons, and both lived under the same roof, but in very different worlds. The eldest son was named Adam, and he was calm, serious, and careful with his words. From a young age, Adam learned to behave like an adult because his father expected strength, not emotion. People often praised Adam for being responsible and mature beyond his years. They said he was born lucky and had everything a child could want. The younger son was named Leo, and he was small, quiet, and often ignored. Leo did not speak much, and when he did, his voice was soft and careful. He spent most of his time alone in his room or sitting quietly in corners of the house. The big rooms made him feel even smaller, and the silence scared him. He often watched others from a distance because he felt invisible. Adam was the only person who truly noticed Leo. At night when the house was quiet, Leo would sneak into Adam's room after bad dreams. Adam would let him sleep beside him and protect him from fear. They shared stories, whispered words, and small smiles hidden from the world. Adam became Leo's safe place in a house that felt empty. That morning the sun rose slowly, but it did not bring comfort. The house was busy yet silent as workers moved carefully across the floors. Bags were placed near the front door, and a black car waited outside. It was the day Adam was leaving for a private academy far away. Everyone knew this day would change everything. Adam woke early and stood by the window looking outside. He felt proud but also heavy inside. He knew this academy would shape his future and make his father proud. But he also knew leaving meant abandoning the only person who needed him. His thoughts stayed on Leo more than on himself. Leo woke up early too, even though no one asked him to. He sat on his bed holding his blanket and listening to the sounds of the house. He knew Adam was leaving, but he did not understand why people had to go away. All he knew was that his world felt like it was breaking apart. He put on his old sweater and slowly walked toward the stairs. When Adam came down the stairs with his bag on his shoulder, he stopped when he saw Leo. For a moment nothing else mattered. The house faded and only the 2 brothers remained. Leo stood there holding the railing, as if it was the only thing keeping him standing. His eyes looked tired and scared. Adam walked toward him and knelt down to his level. He looked into Leo's eyes and saw fear, confusion, and sadness. Leo asked in a soft voice if Adam was really going away. Adam told him yes, but promised he would always be his brother. Leo nodded, but his hands began to shake. Leo stepped forward and hugged Adam tightly. He pressed his face into Adam's chest and held on as hard as he could. He did not cry because he had learned that crying did not bring help. Adam wrapped his arms around Leo and held him close. For the first time Adam felt how fragile his little brother truly was. Adam whispered that Leo was not alone and never would be. Leo whispered back and asked Adam not to forget him. Adam closed his eyes and promised he never could. That hug carried all the words they could not say. It felt like goodbye and something more. Behind them footsteps echoed across the floor. Their father stood near the door looking at his watch. He said it was time in a firm, cold voice. There was no emotion in his eyes, only schedule and control. Adam slowly stood up and felt the weight of the moment. Leo's hands slipped from Adam's jacket and the space between them grew. Adam took one step toward the door. Leo felt panic rise in his chest, but he stayed silent. The house felt heavier than before. Even the air seemed to stop moving. Then a sudden sound broke through the silence. It was loud, sharp, and unexpected. It echoed through the house and froze everyone in place. Workers stopped moving and the father turned around. Adam felt his heart jump in fear. Leo's eyes widened and his body went still. The sound did not belong in that house. It was not a normal noise and it carried warning. Something had happened, or was about to happen. In that moment nothing felt safe anymore. The goodbye was no longer simple. The future was no longer clear. The house that already felt cold now felt dangerous. Whatever that sound was, it had changed everything. And the story of the two brothers had only just begun. The sudden sound echoed again through the house, and this time it was clearer and heavier. It came from the upper floor where Leo's room was located. The sound was like something falling hard, followed by a sharp crack. Everyone stood frozen for a moment, trying to understand what had happened. Fear slowly filled the air inside the house. Adam turned back immediately and looked at Leo. Leo's face had gone pale, and his eyes were locked toward the stairs. He whispered that the sound came from his room. Adam did not wait for permission and rushed toward the stairs. His bag dropped to the floor and was forgotten. Mr. Hale shouted for the staff to check what was going on. His voice was loud but nervous, which was rare for him. He followed Adam slowly, trying to keep control of the situation. The workers ran ahead, unsure and frightened. The black car outside continued running with no idea of what was happening inside. Adam climbed the stairs 2 at a time with his heart pounding. He remembered Leo telling him many times about strange noises at night. Adam had always believed it was just fear or imagination. Now he felt regret for not listening more carefully. The hallway felt longer than usual as he ran toward Leo's room. The door to Leo's room was open. Inside the room, a shelf had fallen onto the floor. Books, toys, and small items were scattered everywhere. One corner of the shelf was broken and leaned against the wall. Dust filled the air and made it hard to breathe. Leo stood at the doorway, shaking and holding onto Adam's arm. Adam quickly checked the room to make sure no one was hurt. Nothing seemed broken except the shelf and the wall behind it. But something else caught Adam's attention. Behind the fallen shelf there was a small hidden door. Adam stared at it in confusion. He had lived in this house his whole life and never saw it before. The door was old and dusty, as if it had not been opened in years. Leo looked at it with wide eyes and said he never knew it was there. The staff gathered behind them, whispering in fear. Mr. Hale stepped forward and saw the hidden door. His face changed in a way Adam had never seen before. The confident look disappeared and was replaced with shock. He told everyone to step back immediately. His voice was tight and controlled, but his hands were shaking. Adam noticed this and felt something was wrong. He asked his father what that door was. Mr. Hale did not answer right away. He told the staff to leave the room and give them space. Reluctantly, everyone moved away. Only Adam, Leo, and Mr. Hale remained in the room. The silence returned, but it felt heavier than before. Leo held Adam's sleeve tightly, afraid to let go. Adam placed a protective hand on Leo's shoulder. He waited for his father to speak. Mr. Hale finally said that the door led to an old storage space. He said it was nothing important and should be sealed again. But Adam did not believe him. He could see fear in his father's eyes. That fear told a different story. Adam gently asked why the door was hidden in Leo's room. Mr. Hale avoided his gaze and said the house was old. He said some things were better left untouched. Leo listened quietly, feeling something important was being kept from him. His heart beat fast as fear mixed with curiosity. Adam felt anger rise inside him. He had always followed rules and never questioned his father. But now his little brother was involved. Adam stepped closer to the door. He said they deserved to know the truth. Mr. Hale raised his voice and told Adam to stop. This only made Adam more determined. He reached out and slowly opened the hidden door. A cold draft came from inside and brushed against their faces. The space behind the door was dark and narrow. Leo gasped softly and stepped back. Adam held his ground and looked inside. There were old boxes, papers, and a small chair covered in dust. The room felt forgotten and sad. It felt like a place meant to be erased. Mr. Hale lowered his head and finally spoke honestly. He said the room was part of a time he wanted to forget. He admitted the house once belonged to someone else. He said secrets were buried with the walls. His voice cracked for the first time. Adam listened closely and realized his father was not as strong as he seemed. Leo felt confused and scared by the tension. Adam pulled Leo close and told him he was safe. He promised he would not leave him now. The thought of the academy faded further away. Mr. Hale said they would talk later and ordered the door sealed again. Adam did not argue this time. But something had changed inside him. He no longer saw the house as just a home. He saw it as a place full of hidden truths. The black car outside was finally turned off. The driver waited, not knowing if Adam would still leave. Adam looked down at Leo and made a silent decision. He could not walk away anymore. Not after what he had seen. Leo looked up at Adam and asked if he was still leaving. Adam shook his head slowly. He said not today and maybe not ever. Leo felt relief wash over him like warmth. But deep down he knew this was only the beginning. The sound that stopped the goodbye had opened something far bigger. The brothers stood together in the broken room. Their bond grew stronger in that moment. Whatever secrets the house held, they would face them together. And the truth waiting behind that door would soon change their lives forever. The house felt different after the hidden room was discovered, and the silence no longer felt empty but heavy. Adam stayed close to Leo the entire day and did not leave his side. Leo felt safer knowing Adam was still there, but fear had settled deep inside his heart. The broken shelf was removed, but the memory of what was behind it could not be erased. That night the house lights felt dimmer than usual. Mr. Hale locked himself in his office and did not speak to anyone. For the first time Adam saw his father as a man running from something. The strong voice and strict face no longer felt unbreakable. Adam wondered how many secrets were hidden behind wealth and walls. The thought made his chest feel tight. Leo could not sleep and kept turning in his bed. Every small sound made him jump. He remembered the cold air from the hidden room. He felt like that room was watching him even though it was sealed. Tears quietly filled his eyes, but he did not cry out. Adam noticed Leo was awake and sat beside him. He told Leo that fear grows stronger in silence. He encouraged Leo to talk about what he felt. Leo said the room made him feel unwanted, like he was not meant to exist. Those words cut deep into Adam's heart. Adam hugged Leo gently and told him that he mattered more than anything. He promised Leo he would always protect him. Leo slowly calmed down and closed his eyes. Adam stayed awake watching over him. In that moment, Adam knew he could never leave. The next morning Mr. Hale called Adam into his office. His voice sounded tired and weak. Adam walked in prepared to hear things he never expected. The office felt darker than usual. Mr. Hale did not look up at first. Mr. Hale finally spoke and told Adam the truth about the house. He said long ago he had another family. He said mistakes were made that he tried to bury with money. The hidden room once belonged to someone forgotten. Shame filled his voice as he spoke. Adam listened without interrupting. He felt anger, sadness, and confusion all at once. He asked why Leo was treated differently. Mr. Hale said fear made him distant. He said he thought ignoring the past would erase it. Adam told his father that silence only creates more pain. He said Leo did not deserve to feel unwanted. Mr. Hale lowered his head and could not argue. For the first time Adam felt stronger than his father. He realized responsibility meant facing truth, not running from it. Adam returned to Leo and shared only what Leo needed to hear. He told Leo that none of this was his fault. He told him adults sometimes fail in ways children cannot understand. Leo listened quietly and held Adam's hand. Trust grew stronger between them. Days passed and the academy plans were forgotten. Mr. Hale canceled the trip and focused on fixing things at home. He tried speaking more to Leo even though it felt awkward. Leo did not respond much at first. Healing did not come easily. Adam helped Leo feel included in small ways. They ate together, played simple games, and shared stories. Leo slowly smiled more often. The house felt less cold each day. Hope returned quietly. One afternoon Leo asked about the hidden room again. Adam hesitated but chose honesty. He said some rooms exist to remind people of mistakes. Leo said he did not want to be a reminder. Adam told him he was a future, not a memory. That night Leo slept peacefully for the first time in days. Adam sat by the window thinking about his life. He realized success meant nothing without love. The millionaire title felt empty compared to being a brother. His priorities had changed forever. Mr. Hale watched his sons from the hallway. Regret filled his heart as he saw what he almost lost. He understood money could not fix broken bonds. He promised himself to do better. The house slowly learned how to breathe again. The hidden room stayed closed, but its lesson remained open. The brothers grew closer through honesty and trust. The sound that once stopped a goodbye had started a new beginning. But the past was not fully healed yet. One final test still waited ahead. The morning air felt lighter than it had in a long time, and sunlight entered the house with warmth. Leo woke up without fear and sat up calmly in his bed. He listened and realized the house sounded alive instead of silent. Soft footsteps and quiet voices moved through the halls. For the first time the house felt like a home. Adam was already awake and waiting outside Leo's room. He smiled when Leo stepped out and reached for his hand. Leo held it without hesitation. That small action showed how much trust had grown. Adam felt proud and protective at the same time. They walked downstairs together where Mr. Hale waited at the table. He looked different, calmer and less distant. He asked Leo to sit with them for breakfast. Leo hesitated, but Adam nodded gently. Leo slowly sat down and felt included. Breakfast passed quietly but peacefully. Mr. Hale spoke softly and asked Leo about his favorite things. Leo answered in short sentences, but his voice did not shake. Adam watched closely and felt hope rise. Change was slow but real. After breakfast, Mr. Hale asked both boys to join him in the living room. He said there were things he needed to say clearly. Adam stood tall while Leo stayed close beside him. The moment felt serious but safe. Mr. Hale took a deep breath before speaking. He said he had failed as a father. He admitted he let fear control his actions. He said he forgot that children need love more than comfort. His voice trembled as he spoke. Leo listened quietly, absorbing every word. Mr. Hale turned to Leo and apologized directly. He said Leo deserved care, attention, and warmth. Leo did not respond right away. Adam gently squeezed his hand. Leo finally nodded slowly. That nod meant more than words. It showed forgiveness had begun. Mr. Hale felt relief mixed with regret. He promised to do better every day. The house felt warmer in that moment. Later that day, Adam helped Leo pack away old things. They cleaned the room together, laughing quietly. Leo found drawings he made as a child. Adam praised them and hung them on the wall. Leo smiled with pride. They talked about dreams and hopes. Leo said he wanted to feel brave. Adam said bravery grows with honesty. Leo believed him. Their bond felt unbreakable. Days turned into weeks and the house continued to change. Mr. Hale spent more time at home. He listened more than he spoke. Leo slowly opened up and laughed freely. Adam felt peace he had never known. The academy sent letters asking about Adam's arrival. Adam read them carefully and thought deeply. He realized he no longer wanted to leave. He wanted to stay and protect what mattered. He chose family over distance. Mr. Hale supported Adam's choice without pressure. He said success meant nothing without love. Adam felt respected for the first time. Leo felt safe knowing Adam would stay. The future felt hopeful. One evening the brothers stood near the window watching the sunset. Leo asked if Adam would ever leave again. Adam said only if Leo walked beside him. Leo smiled and leaned against him. That promise meant everything. The hidden room remained sealed but no longer frightening. It became a reminder of lessons learned. Pain was replaced with understanding. Silence was replaced with care. The house healed slowly. Mr. Hale looked at his sons and felt gratitude. He understood that wealth could not replace presence. He committed to being a better father. The boys felt the difference every day. Love filled the space where fear once lived. The sound that once stopped a goodbye had changed their lives. It turned separation into unity. It turned silence into truth. It turned a cold house into a home. The brothers stood together stronger than ever. Their story did not end with goodbye. It began with courage and care. A millionaire's house found its heart again. And two brothers found forever in each other.